Hello, my name is Dan Low. In this video, I'm going to talk about JavaScript Require. And the software I will be using is a Visual Studio Code version 1.67.2 and the Node version 18.0.0. So I'm gonna create a project to demonstrate the use of require. Okay. So in the top level project folder, I gonna have the main.js script, and this main.js going to require one of the modules, which I put it under the folder modules. Okay, and in that folder, I have my object.js that describe the member functions variables, and I pack them together right here. Okay, and to be used in the main.js. Okay. Uh, I also have another video to talk about imports. So the difference between the require and the import are listed in the table here. So syntax wise, the require you basically using require keyword and uh, with pass to the file, the JavaScript file module. You're going to import it. Okay. And where is the import? You're gonna import from the file into this dummy variable, not dummy variable, handle. Okay. Here, so you can access the functions or variables exported from the file. Okay. And the second difference is the attribute alternation. So require allow you to modify member variables. Okay, whereas the import is read only. Okay, you can modify the attributes of the object. And the support environment, the require supported by the command JS modules, whereas the import is the ES modules. Okay, and therefore you need to make sure that all the modules, all the file or JavaScript files are ES modules. Okay, and for asynchronous importing or loading, for require no. Every time you record it, it actually load the complete scripts, comment statements in it, so it does not allow asynchronous. And the import, yes, it allows you to do the asynchronous loading. And for the conditional or for require, yes, you can put a require statement in if then else. Okay, whereas the import, no, you have to import it. Selected load for require, no, but it's supported by the import. Okay, you can select some of the attributes to be loaded. Okay, noticeable for the require, yes. For the import, it only the version 13 and later, not the version support input. For TypeScript support, TypeScript is a new programming language, based on JavaScript developed by Microsoft, and both are supported. So, by and large, if you want the convenient to develop your project, requires the one. It gives you some flexibility and convenient to use. Okay, but if you are developing a large product program, performance is concerned, then you should consider using import. Okay, so let's go ahead start it. So I have the code stored here, and then I have created a require folder, and that's the project tab label folder. Inside I have a modules. Okay, so here I'm gonna create uh, under the module, I'm gonna create a file. Okay, and this file is called my object the JS. Okay, so make sure that this my object is under the modules. Okay, so so first we can uh, create a member variable. Okay, so what you have to do is use export, okay, keyword, and then followed by the the uh, the name, the member variable name, like name. Okay, then put it there low, for example. Okay, then you can define other member variables. Then the member functions. Uh, again, export that. Let's say greeting. Okay, and in the greeting, I'm gonna define it as a function. Okay, and then this function we're gonna print out something. So console log. Okay, and let's say hi, and then put space there, and then now I can expose the I can use this expose the name. Okay, and then I can, yeah, that's pretty much about it. And I can also create some private function. Okay, it's not gonna expose it. Okay, so I can say var invisible is a function. Okay, and this function will take x and y. Okay, and then you're gonna return x plus y. Okay, so here I'm going to add the invisible, let's say 2 and 3. Okay, so you print 5. Okay, just to test it out. Okay, so I got a typo here, Function. Okay, so now save it. Okay, now it's gonna be our project. Okay, not project, sorry, object. Okay, now so I got a module layer. Okay, now I'm gonna need the main dot JS. Okay, so this main.js, I'm gonna uh, require the module or import the object, my object. So I'm gonna create a var my equal, okay, require, okay, and here inside is I'm gonna put a file modules and then my the object.js. Okay, so after I do that, okay, I basically can access my dot greetings. Okay, all right, so let's save it, and then now we can run it. So now in the output I got high, then low, and the 5, and notice that this 5 is coming from the invisible function 2 and 3. Okay, so I expose name and greeting. So if you go to the main.cs, okay, not cs, sorry, js. So if I try to access name, okay, so for example I can access name. Okay, so as a console. Okay, dot log. Okay, so inside I simply say my dot name. Okay, this gonna be the you run it, okay, yeah, the name got printed out. So that means this is accessible. However, the invisible, okay, if you say console.log, okay, now say my.invisible, yeah, it does not, it does not allow you to access invisible. I'm just trying to force, to it and see what happens. Okay. Okay, then run again. So it's invisible. It's not a function. But I did find it right here. Okay, invisible. So that means it's private to this object, this class only. It's not visible outside. So this one is not good. So cannot access uh, private function. Okay, so this one is not good. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Okay, so you put the exports followed by the gradient and followed by whether you define a function, member function, or member variable like that. Okay, and notice that this member can be modified. Okay, so let's say we're gonna modify the member variable. Okay, modify member variable. It's okay. Okay, so there's a my, right, my dot name. So then now change it to JC low, for example. Okay, so if I do that, then if I call again my dot gradient, okay, and then see what happened after I change it to the JC low. Okay, uh, undefined invisible. Oh, I still have invisible somewhere. Where? Uh, I still need to save it. Okay. Uh, undefined. Oh, okay. My dot gradient actually is also in output, so I don't need a console log. So it's just my gradient. Okay. Okay. So do it again. So now it changed to the JC low here. Okay. So after I change the name, okay, if I import it, not import, require again. Okay. If I require again, okay. So and I change it to my another variable. Okay. And then so here's require modules my objects dot js. You don't need to put js actually. Okay, you automatically. Okay, after that my dot gradient. Okay, and see what happened. Okay, uh so I have I think this one had to be this one. Sorry. Okay, let me do it again. So notice that I have required again. That means import it again, and now the name changed to the JCLO. Okay, so after that, even though I required it again, it does not load the original one. I set it to 10 low. Okay, and that's because this module has been cached. Okay, so if you try my gradient, okay, and then run it again, so you can see that obviously when you require this guy only uh, has a copy in the memory only. Okay, even though it's required again, it points to the same object in the memory. Okay, So even though I used the my greeting earlier, it has the download as a name there, but now it changed to the JCLO. Okay, so that is the cache effect. Require again. Well, get the cache objects. Okay, okay. So that's another way, to save memory. Okay. So that's all I have about this video. Enjoy. Have a good day. Bye.